Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off, presented by Better. It's Prediction Friday with a little twist.
What's the twist, Adam?
The twist is we decided to trade in a computer for someone who actually played in the NFL, someone who actually might be smarter.
That is basically the opposite of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's a guy who's been on the field, seen what players look like with helmets on when they're hitting each other. It's Brice Butler.
I was about to say, can we say his name?
We were gonna get
Welcome back. Welcome back, Brice Butler.
I have a dumb question, but can you just oblige? It's called Caps Off, but we all have caps on.
Yes.
We took them off last week and it went poorly.
It was horrible. All right, let's take them off.
Keep the caps on.
No, just for a sec.
Dude, I got
See, his hair is nice though.
I have had hair right now.
Look, if you, I can get real metal.
He didn't do that the other night while he was on his date.
That was crazy, bro. Fucking.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, Tuesday night I'm out.
We're talking about it.
That's crazy. I thought
Tuesday night I was out with this girl first date and all of a sudden Brice comes up. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" It's like, "How's his game? Has he told you about his game yet?" He's talking about my golf game to this girl that I met 35 minutes ago.
I actually wasn't talking about your golf game.
I was gonna say that. How's he doing?
I thought you were talking about golf.
I was walking out. I went to the bathroom. I was walking out. And I saw Jack, and I saw him locked into this chick, right? So I'm like, this is funny. So I literally walked up to her. I didn't even acknowledge.
Yeah, no,
Jack.
she didn't look at me at all.
I looked directly
at
at her and was like, "How's my guy's game? Is he doing his job?"
That's crazy.
And Jack looked up what the. Oh shit! What's up? What's going on?
Who's this handsome tall man pulling up on my girl?
He would have been so intimidating.
He had the bucket hat on too, so I couldn't see the eyes. And I was like, "Oh, motherfucker, that's Brice." Sorry.
Yeah, you can tell by the eyes right there. They just lock in. It's like, that's crazy.
What did she say? I didn't know you were in town on Tuesday.
She was like, "He's doing a pretty good job," and then she kind of looked at him because he didn't recognize that he knew me.
That's funny.
And she was like, "He's doing a good job."
She probably thought you were.
Oh shit, what's up?
She probably thought you were gonna hit on her.
No.
She probably would have preferred it.
Yeah.
Let's be real. 6'4", 6'5", very handsome dude that played in the NFL, or me? Which one are you picking?
I'm taking the podcast.
I'm gonna take the podcast every day.
Exactly.
Last time we had you on, Brice, we went viral. So what are you gonna say now? Huh? You went viral for basically shitting on Kyler Murray, which was fun. A lot of fun.
You don't have to say shitting.
How's the take aging?
I feel like the take.
I feel like what I said was not
shitting.
shitting on him. I feel like what I was doing was regurgitating information
that you've also heard.
That I've also heard.
I mean, he commented.
And at the same time, obviously, we are all in the media game, so I know you got to cut the stuff up to make it sound sexy.
Who did that clip?
We cut it enough.
It was the editor. Don't leave him hanging, Adam. Don't leave him hanging. Don't leave him hanging.
Good job. But obviously, we were up here. I was saying the dude is talented, but he lacks some things
I didn't see that in the
don't
clip.
help.
I didn't see the
No, it wasn't in the social clip. It was in the long form clip.
It wasn't a long form.
Hey, well, it's aging well. They're 1-3. They don't look great.
Kyler looks.
But
he had a perfect pass
I have been, knocking at comments as the year has gone by,
dude.
And obviously, you saw what he said after week 1. I think about it wasn't his job to get the ball to Marvin Harrison, and that was one of the things that I mentioned.
You sent it to us.
Is when you're in a press conference and you have to talk about what's going on, you have to think about everybody that you're dealing with, and you have to be a leader regardless.
Yeah, how would you feel if your quarterback was out there in the media just saying, "No, it's not my job to get Brice the ball"?
I think it was taken out of context.
I mean, it's quite literally his job. That's what he's paid to do.
A little bit, but it just kind of goes into show, Aaron Rodgers would never say that out there.
Yeah, well, Aaron Rodgers would also shit it on his head coach. So pick and choose.
As he should have.
Yeah, but
his head coach is a fucking dipshit.
This is the difference, though, between that.
Sorry.
Hey, fat
down
here.
Aaron Rodgers is 40, 41. His coach is definitely, or basically his peer. They're the same age, or he's older.
That's fair.
So it's I've been around doing this for a long time. Not saying that Salas hasn't, but it's if anybody can challenge you is me and you, because I'm with you all the time, and we're talking about what we have to do to move this team forward. Mm-hmm. Other Caleb Williams can't do that to Flus. He can't do that in a press conference to Flus.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Kyler Murray can't do that.
I just think the question itself was taken out of context. But in the game of context, I very much took what you said also out of context. And it went viral, and Kyler commented.
I forgot Kyler
Mission
commented,
success.
bro.
Mission success. Hey,
It is.
My
It is
favorite
what
part
it is.
about it is I found the one picture of you when you were like, I think it was on the practice squad for the Cardinals?
Yeah, well, I was
that
never
training
practice
camp?
squad.
No, what was it?
Hold on, let me clear that up.
What was it?
I ain't
I
doing
was,
that
I
shit.
was never practice squad.
You were on
I
the
was
roster?
on the team. I got signed in the offseason of 2018.
Okay.
And then I went through spring, I went through training camp, and I got cut.
Okay, fuck him.
Oh, no, that's fine.
But yeah, I found the picture of it was like, how do I find a picture with Bryce's face on it? And then I cut it out, and I was like, former Cardinals wide receiver, and the amount of comments
Bro,
were
you
like,
made it.
who the fuck?
That was funny. 'cause
they're
everybody was like,
pulling
who
up-
is this guy?
set you
He
up,
couldn't even
Bryce.
make the
They're pulling
team.
up
I
Bryce's
set him
fucking
up.
Pro Football Reference
Yeah,
page.
they're
Like,
like,
I
he
don't even
never
see
played.
one snap.
I
I'm
was like,
dude.
fuck, I'm sorry, man.
I think that's the
sorry.
funniest thing about sports talk, because like I go back and forth with guys that I know all the time, and it's like, for instance, we were talking downstairs, like when Cam Newton talks about somebody and gives criticism, right? Like everybody like talks trash about him, like he's hating.
Like
I'm
he's
like,
not one of
okay,
the best
well,
college quarterbacks of all time.
why can't he talk? Like, what's the difference between Cam Newton talking versus Ryan Clark talking?
Yeah, no,
or
totally.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
And a lot of people, and I think this is the problem with football talk. A lot of people believe, even players believe, if you weren't better than me, like if you weren't a dog or like if you weren't like one of those guys, top 10 in the league,
Then you can't speak.
you can't say anything about me.
Yeah, which is
And
ridiculous.
it's like, bro, if that's the case, Stephen A. wouldn't have a job.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Bryce, now imagine us three bozos
Like
talking
nobody,
shit about
nobody
players
will
in
have
the
a
NFL.
job. So like my thing is,
We have
like,
no ground to stand on.
So as a former player, it's like I acknowledge I wasn't like those guys on the field.
Yeah.
I didn't have the opportunity to be able to do that. Okay, my ship has sailed. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I still know what's going on in the game. I've been in the game for like
It's not
my
like you
whole
don't know
life.
football.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, so now like, because I didn't have a 1,000-yard season, I can't say that was a bad slant route.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
It's like I think
Like,
you know
you
how
know
to
what I
run
mean?
slant route.
Yeah.
real
Yeah,
quick.
like it's like, so now like I can't speak on the game that I played.
Well,
but you
the
can
best
tell me
part-
that I can't speak on it.
The best part is that those people commenting that shit at you, they're eating like Cheetos on their couch. Like they're like doing fucking
So funny
nothing.
to me.
Like,
No, the thing I love the most about like sports media talk is anyone will say something, and it's people like us that will react and say, you can't say that, or you don't know what you're talking about, when in actuality they are very much taking the extra step and going to watch film and actually analyzing.
I've never watched film.
I am literally sitting here watching a
What is he
Twitter
talking
highlight
about?
and being like, nope, he sucks.
yeah.
I mean, dude, the thing about us and sports media talk is I'm just talking here. Like, I don't mean anything. It's
I'm
just
just
my
yapping,
opinion in
man.
the moment,
Yeah.
and I'm going to overreact to shit I see on the football field. 2 weeks from now, I will be singing a completely different tune than what I'm singing right
That's
now.
how it happens.
So it's just
Yep.
like I'm just talking and thinking out loud, which maybe we shouldn't do as
No,
much
that's
as
how
we
it should
do.
go. That's
But
how
it's just for fucking fun. Like I'm just talking for
Everybody
fun.
loves sports, dog. You
Yeah,
go
it's just-
anywhere and
we're just talking.
You can meet somebody. I mean, I don't know if you and your lady on Tuesday were
she's
talking
a big
sports.
Vikings fan.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
now you have something to talk about.
Yep.
It is great, and it makes it easy. It's probably harder to have a relationship with somebody when you love sports and they hate sports and don't care about it.
Okay, I've thought so. Like
I'm getting married to her in December, so yeah.
No. But like, she'll watch a game with you. She'll go to a Dolphins game with you.
yeah, but
That's
Tua got
cool.
hurt, so she'll never go again.
That's
You'll
fair.
never
Yeah.
go again.
You
Yeah, no, I'm
you
done.
don't want her to go.
Let's talk about the Dolphins, bro.
Let's
Yeah.
not.
Let's talk about
have.
let's talk about Dolphins.
This is a
I
predictions
will go
episode.
out on a limb. I will go out on a limb, and I would say the Finn season was done when Tyreek Hill got pulled over by the cops.
Wow, before the first game.
first game.
When
It's
I
just you
saw
had that feeling.
When I saw that, and I saw how like the freaking NAACP and all this crap was jumping on the back of this, I was like, their season's over.
Yeah.
Because they're not. When I played football, when I grew up, the reason why.
Tread lightly, bro.
I play for the Fins, bro.
I
It's
know,
okay.
I know.
He's
and I
ready
very
to
much
blow
remember
it.
you playing for the
reason
Fins.
why-
I'm sensitive
one
right
of
now.
one of the main reasons why it had nothing to do with his talent. Kaepernick didn't get back in the league was because he was a distraction.
Yeah.
Okay. Nowadays, I feel like people do not give a shit about a distraction or not. Like it's like they love it because of the
you can
world
ball,
that we
you can
live in
ball.
when it comes to
Yeah.
media.
Yeah.
They don't care. So like for me, when I saw all the stuff that was going on around that, I was like, the Miami Dolphins are not focused because you got the head coach talking about it. You got the quarterback talking about it. You got all these other people talking about it when it really should have been over.
After he got out of jail.
When he got to the locker room and it should have been done, bro.
So
I mean, you're going to talk about it to a degree because it was online and everybody
and the
saw
media
it.
is going to ask you
but
about
like it fell into the Thursday night game that they had a couple days after, and I'm like, bro, like this is gonna be bad. Then Tua got hurt, and I was like, bro, I feel like this is energy that just spewed over, and this is kind of like the result of that.
Yeah, but you're 100% right. Blame still goes to Mike McDaniel. Because Mike McDaniel is a coach that is not a disciplinarian. He tries to be friends with every single one of his players. He's not going to hold them accountable. There was a tweet that came out last week, heading into this week against the Titans, that he did not want players to practice in full pads, and the players had to say, no, we need to practice in full pads. Now, whether that be true or false, I have no idea. But there was a tweet from one of the Dolphins beat writers that came out, and I'm going to say that that's probably true. Mike McDaniel is the issue in Miami, and I said it last week. I still think he is. I think he's a smart offensive guy. I think he can very much rewrite those wrongs in Miami. The problem is his philosophy needs to change, and the GM needs to go, and you either completely tear it down and try and rebuild back up, or Mike McDaniel and Greer are going to go down with Tua and the ship, and the Dolphins are not going to do anything. It's black and white right now.
You know what's wrong with Mike McDaniel, though, is that, like, he went from being like kind of like this dorky, nerdy stat like guy with the Niners and everything, and now he's like a Peruvian coke dealer in Miami, like totally different.
The Miami swag has gotten
like,
to
not Peruvian.
He could be Peruvian.
The Miami swag has gotten to him.
Yeah, he's like still be that dorky nerd analytics offensive fucking dork ass. Like he was great with that was his thing.
Well,
awesome.
I said Mike McDaniel's the problem, and I think there are a lot of problems in Miami. But as a former Dolphins player, I want to know your take on it, and then we're going to go into predictions because we've.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry. My question to you, because you said something that was like exclamation points, the captures just went crazy in my mind. You said there is a speculation that Mike McDaniels didn't want to have practice with full pads on a Wednesday, I'm guessing, and the players were like, no, we have to. So like my question to you, because I'm not reading up on the articles that go out throughout the week. Is there like a physicality issue right now with the team that like it's like everybody notices it?
We are all bark, no bite. It's always been like that. We've been like that for ever since McDaniel came in. So then we thought it was a defensive thing. They bring in Vic Fangio last year. He's terrible. Then they recalibrate the whole defense, sign some other guys, let the Christian Wilkins walk, bring in Kendall Fuller, let Xavier Howard walk.
I saw him in the airport last week.
Anthony Weaver?
No, X.
That's so sad.
Yeah, where was I?
That's so sad.
I was in the Houston airport. I was about to go to where did I go last week?
I think he's from Houston.
I forgot where I went last week.
He's a free agent.
He really?
Yeah, he's a free agent.
But I was in the airport. He was my teammate. I was in the airport. I'm sitting down eating the sausage egg McMuffin.
Oh, good.
And he was walking, and I saw him walking. He was with his kids.
Did you say something?
Yeah. Okay. And then like I was just waiting until his eyes got over to me. It was early in the morning. And I was like, yo. And he was like, what's up, bro? And he was like, I'm with my kids. Like, I got it. And I was like, do your thing. But in my mind, I was like, whoa. I was like, X is not on the team. Like, I didn't know he was
Saturday? What's going on tomorrow?
To put a bow on.
I didn't realize that.
No,
yeah.
I was like, whoa. Like, I was, because if he would have came over, I'd have been like, I would have asked him, like,
well,
like, don't you have practice?
Yeah.
No, just quickly on that. It's a very similar Kaepernick issue. He was like sending pictures out, and it's like a distraction thing. It's the rumor as to why he's not on another team.
Pictures?
Yeah, like some sus shit.
Oh, like any guy.
All right, to put okay, but I'm.
Well,
just
I don't know.
I think it was.
Type.
We'll
You
talk
send
about
dick
all the
pics?
I've sent so many dick
Never
pics, and I'm
sent
not
them in
ashamed
your
of
life.
that.
I mean, like, not really.
Just make sure
I've
they're
sent
yours.
like
Just
one or
make
two.
sure they're yours,
but,
or
like,
it's
just
easy.
to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Are you flying dick pics out left and right?
I've had a girlfriend in my life, Patrick.
I've had.
You guys taking a lot of dick pics?
I've sent them to him.
All right, let's not talk about
To put a bow on the Dolphins thing, this has been an issue nonstop. They've tried to. Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel think that you could win in the NFL with speed. That shit doesn't fucking work. It doesn't fly. And frankly, when you're losing, this is what's going to happen. Mike McDaniel lost the locker room. When they're winning, it's all fun and games. But Tua masked all the problems. Jack said it on Monday's episode. Tua was the system. He masked so many issues that Mike McDaniel was covering up. And as a result, this is where the Dolphins are right now. So you lose Tua.
And Mostert's out, right?
And but he wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have, like, Mike McDaniel is a run game coordinator and cannot establish the run.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
terrified
if their offense isn't working, that means their run game is not doing good.
Yep.
Because their run game has been spectacular the last few years.
Just quickly, can you give your
most
60 seconds on the Dolphins? Your thoughts? Because you're way more credible than
outside of how bad they're looking this year. Obviously, their season's done because Tua's out, and like I said,
even if he comes back week 8.
You guys have to win a couple games.
That's what they're speculating is like.
Well, if he comes back week 8, it just depends on how many games they could muster up and win before he gets.
Say they're 2
they can go 10 and 6.
Say they're 2 and 6.
They have to be.
Say they're 2 and 6
or
going into week
2 and 5.
8.
2 and 5.
If they're 2 and 5 going into week 8, and they don't win the next 3 games with Tua being there, they're done. Because this is what I'll say, like. If you have a guy like Tua that you know, like the reason why we're 2 and 5 is because Tua's not here, you're waiting for him to come back. So when he comes back, the energy's going to pop back off for the team. Right?
They'll win that first game.
And then it's like, okay, we got to win these games. If they can win 3, it has to be like 3 in a row. If they can win 3 in a row, it's like it's still something in your mind that goes,
oh, we
like,
can beat anyone now.
We're nice.
They need to get their swagger
We
back.
just needed Tua. Like, we're nice. But
Tua's not the issue.
Dude. But now you have to hope that Tua is going to be there.
Tua's not the issue, though. The Dolphins are not 1 and 3 because Tua's out.
He knows better than me.
The Dolphins, I appreciate
and yet you're
that.
trying to trade me Tyreek Hill. So you're saying that Tua isn't the solved
right now
problems.
this year,
running issues.
where have you been the last 2 years?
He's saying the coach.
The last 2.
Well, I'm just saying, like you're pushing a Tyreek Hill trade on me, and the truth comes out on the podcast.
Running back, you're like the
for Breece Hall. It's not just any running back. Yeah,
I can't believe I'm not in the 50K league. By the way,
bro, you said on the course yesterday that you gave up halfway through the season.
That's fine. I just can't believe I didn't come back to the draft as an assistant or something.
The Dolphins are fucked.
We could use maybe an assistant general manager for our.
Yeah, their team's terrible. So
crazy.
Well, our team's really bad. We're 1 and 3.
Our team is okay.
Let's get into some predictions.
Let's do an ad read first. How about that? Let's talk about 1000x payouts on Better Picks.
Let's go.
Which is one of the highest multipliers in all of daily fantasy. You can go from $1 into 1,000. Say it again.
The highest.
One more time.
The highest.
Wow, that
was pretty low.
But it is so easy to play, and all you need is an 8-man lineup with 4 boosted picks. We cannot express how easy it is to get there from $1 to 1,000, but we haven't hit one yet. We're gonna hit one this week. How about that?
We should.
I got it.
You got it? Say it right now.
I'll dial it in. Oh, say it right now?
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Okay, great.
So
make sure to set your lineups.
Pat's got it.
I got
every single week. Download Better, play Better Picks. Use promo code CAPS off when you do. All right, should we predict?
Let's do it.
You're going to play for ChatGPT. All right, week 5 NFL predictions, predicting every single game. And this time we've traded in ChatGPT for former NFL wide receiver Brice Butler. You're probably better than a computer at this point.
We'll find out.
Maybe.
All right.
It was crazy.
What's ChatGPT's record?
Yeah, how'd everyone do last week? I
have the records pulled up. Let's see.
So Derek picked for you.
Derek picked for me. And all right, Adam, you were first place last week at 9 and 6. Derek picked for me. He was 8 and 7. Fine. Pat and ChatGPT went 7 and 8. And now Pat and Adam are tied for first.
Let's go.
At 33 and 27. And me and ChatGPT are tied for last at 29 and 31. If you want to help me out, Brice, you should just pick completely wrong every time.
No, dial in, Brice. You don't want people to think.
No, don't listen to him. Yeah. Don't listen to him. All right, we're gonna be going off of ESPN. Okay. I gotta pull it up. We don't do Thursday night. By the way, how'd the Thursday night game go? How do you think? What's your prediction?
Who's playing tonight?
Bucks Falcons tonight.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
Bucks.
Nice.
I don't know. Yeah,
I think
it's gonna be a good game, but I got
Baker Mayfield with 2 interceptions though. I was a little shaky.
I got Atlanta.
Yeah, 2 picks.
All right. Starting off with Jets-Vikings in London. Jack, you have to say your entire thing for Jets-Vikings in a British accent. Jets-Vikings.
Okay.
In London, 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, give me the New York Jets. This is their bounce back spot. This is their we're still a good football team spot. This is the Robert Saleh is not a half-wit idiot spot. Give me the New York Jets taking down the Vikings, giving them their first loss.
This is tough.
Yeah, I really think if Bo Nix can potentially carve up the Jets defense.
You mean Sam Darnold?
No, if Bo Nix could do that last week against you will. I feel like Sam Darnold and the Vikings they should be able to put up a good amount of points here, but something's telling me right now. Something's telling me that right now is right where the Jets had to get going, had to get fucking smashed, had to get banging. Give me the Jets.
Nice.
Nice, right?
Brice, don't try to do a British accent. Brice's British accent's so
doing
bad.
the hood British accent.
It's so bad.
You're gonna have to do it.
It is terrible.
Yeah, I think Jets win on maybe a 0-line field goal at the end.
Oh, nice. Well, we couldn't get that done last week. He had a game-winning.
0-line field goal.
Yeah, it's redemption, mate. It's redemption, isn't it?
It's a sticky one still.
Was that British?
No,
yes, I know. No, let him go.
I know.
He says
This is good. This is good.
No, he's not good at it. The Wasteman's.
You a waste man.
Yeah, with the peas.
I think
you're a waste man.
I think that.
Oh, you went out of that real quick.
Yeah, I had to. I can't hold the full one like him. I only have a few things.
Yeah, Mike.
It's not for the hot, mate.
I think that in London, Brian Flores is going to do his thing against the Jets. Wow. And Sam Darnold and Kevin O'Connell are going to slice through the Jets defense like piss through snow.
Daddy.
Oh, okay.
I got the Vikings.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if he was going to go Jets, I was going to go Vikings because we just can't have a clean sweep. But because he's going the Vikings.
So you think the Jets are going to win?
I just think at some point, I like the Vikings, but at some point they're due. If this was in Minnesota, I'd say that Minnesota
This game means more for the Jets than it does the Vikings.
It certainly does.
It does.
This is the season.
But the way they were able to come out in Lambeau, I'm going to go with the Vikings. I'm going to go with the Vikings. Yeah. The Brian Flores point is a good one. I'm going to go with the Vikings. Moving on. AFC North, Ravens, Bengals.
Let's go. Very fun game.
This is a good one.
Very fun game. In
AFC
Cincinnati.
North,
In Cincinnati. At the Jungle. At Paycor.
I'm taking the Bengals. I'm telling you right now, I'm taking the Bengals.
How is the Bengals run defense?
Their defense
Logan
sucks.
Wilson's pretty good.
Their defense sucks.
But, I mean, after the
Fun fact, I believe the Ravens are the first team in NFL history to outrush their opponent in the first 4 games of the NFL season.
Yeah, they told it.
I'm taking the Ravens in this one easily. I think the Ravens established themselves as a top 5 team last week, and the Bengals beat the Panthers barely. It wasn't even a dominant victory. Their defense looked awful. Their offense
but Cincinnati
looked okay.
plays down to competition and plays up to competition.
They don't. They were 0-3 coming into that, and then they played the Panthers. They won 3.
They almost beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead.
Yeah, but they didn't.
They almost beat the Raiders, too.
Yep.
Ooh.
Give me the Ravens. The Ravens are dominant. I think we saw the real Ravens last week.
I hear you, Pat, but like this feels like a week where the Bengals show everyone we're the fucking Bengals.
Newsflash, we're still here.
Joe Burrow's still really good at football, by the way. He's gonna slice and dice. It's in Cincinnati too. Sick game. I can't believe this isn't flex to prime time. A couple of the games aren't.
This feels like also the same type of game with Dallas. Like when they played Dallas, it could have gone either way.
This game better not fucking suck.
It's a letdown spot for the Ravens.
It's a massive letdown spot.
Killing the Bills on
the Ravens haven't been playing great football the whole year. When I say they haven't been playing great, they haven't been dominating their opponents.
Yeah.
Obviously, I watched the Raiders game. I watched the Chiefs game, and they're close in every game. The Bengals, I think a lot of their issue was the distraction of Jamar Chase's deal not getting done, because obviously Jamar Chase is a huge part or a huge piece of their team.
Now he seems like he's
locked in. Last week was the game that he's like, hey, I'm back. I'm not playing around. And he proved it by how he played. But I'll still give the edge to the Ravens in probably in a field goal game.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I think if the Bengals lose, you see T. Higgins trade talks ramp up because they'll be 1-4.
Yeah, they're going to have to make some space to get Jamar right.
You guys think the Jets still go after Devontae if we lose this game 2-3?
Yeah,
probably.
When you say we, are you a Jets guy?
Big one.
Oh.
Yeah, diehard Jets fan.
For how close I thought you guys were, you guys are not as close.
You're not from New York. You're from Chicago.
No, I'm from Long Island.
Wow, Brice.
Why do I think you're from Chicago?
Because I went to school out there and lived with James and Tycho in Chicago for a year. No, I'm New Yorker.
Because you had the Mets hat on. It threw me off. Okay, all right. No disrespect, Pat.
So you went
No
Ravens.
disrespect.
You went Ravens. Jack and I went Bengals.
Yep.
Dolphins, Patriots. Dolphins undefeated.
You skipped a game just in the ESPN order, so I just
sorry.
want to make sure you don't completely skip it.
It doesn't matter. We can do it in whatever order we want.
Yeah, we'll do. I just have a
I just
favorite.
feel like you probably would've skipped it.
We can do it in whatever order we
Dolphins,
want.
Patriots. We'll do that third.
Dolphins, Patriots. Oh, my God.
1-3.
Dolphins, Patriots. This is the worst game ever.
And New England?
I don't care what the line is for the over-under. I'm hammering the under. But
36.5.
you ready for this one, Adam?
It's under for sure.
I think the Dolphins get it done.
Thanks, man.
I think the Patriots are one notch above the Dolphins in futility, and I'll take the Dolphins to figure this one out.
Thanks, man.
I will.
Take the stinker.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Tyler Homan.
I don't know.
I'm taking.
How do you look last week?
Not good.
I'm taking the Patriots.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I trust that their
Wait,
defense
I regret it,
can make a stop more than the Dolphins' defense can make a stop. Y'all
Can I change
let
my
up
pick?
20-something points to the fucking
the
Titans
Dolphins.
and Will Levis and
Can I change my
Rudolph.
pick?
Not that I
Do we allow
expect-
flip-flops? I want to change my pick.
Not that you could take them because
All right, Patriots.
I'm letting that slide because you and I are tied right now.
Okay, Patriots.
I don't know if this sways you at all, but the Dolphins' defense has been a top 5 defense in the NFL.
They're actually ranked 25th, I think, in fantasy.
Oh, you're a fantasy guy?
That's crazy.
That's a crazy way to read good defense.
No, that's
So
the only
Dolphins'
thing
defense
I
is
know.
solid.
The defense is solid. They just the offense is terrible. So
They're
they're always
in
on the
New
field.
England.
Bryce Rip, what do you feel?
I want to say the Dolphins are going to win,
So go New England. Let Adam take a game. We're good.
but I do feel like the Patriots are going to find a way.
All right. right, let's go.
Jacoby Brissett's gonna throw for 250 and like a tutty. And
I honestly think Tyler Huntley will maybe throw for 72 yards. That's the ballpark
I think,
that I have.
I think he's going to get sacked 7 times.
Yeah, I'm going to
All
take
right, 3
every
rushing
prop I
touchdowns
can.
for Snoop. Colts Jags.
Oh, okay.
Anthony Richardson's out, right?
Fun fact about this
Joe Flacco.
game.
I don't know.
I don't think it's confirmed yet,
I
but
think
Jonathan
he's
Taylor might
supposed
be
to
out.
play.
Fun thing about this
Ankle.
game.
I'm going Jacksonville.
This
Bounce
is in
back.
Jacksonville, right?
Yep.
So
This
the
is it.
Colts have not won in Jacksonville since 2014.
Yeah, it's
Get
Jacksonville.
out of town.
What? This is
Since
the easiest Jacksonville
2014.
game.
They have not won in Jacksonville since 2014, but the Jaguars haven't won a game this year.
This is easy.
This is the easy Jags bounce back spot game of the Jags.
This is the easiest one of the whole slate.
The Jags have been tripping, but I'll have to go Jags.
Are we all going Jags?
This is-
Fuck,
yeah,
I wanted to
oh.
go.
If they lose, if the Jags lose this game, they're gonna start their season 0-8.
Who do they play next?
yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
gonna
matter.
fall apart.
If they lose
if
this
lose.
game,
Oh,
though,
Doug Peterson, I think, gets fired if they
if they lose this game, 0-8.
Did you see what Doug Peterson said
Lose
when
to
they
Joe
asked
Flacco,
Doug
bro.
Peterson in one of the press conferences or whatever, and they were like, "Did you lose the locker room?" And
yeah, he's
his
like, "No, I
answer
did
was
not lose the locker room."
Literally, if the number one answer of "Did you lose the locker room or not?" is "No, I didn't lose the locker room." Like, who the fuck says that? What do you got?
You guys all took the Jags?
Yeah, it's a good spot.
I'll take the Colts to zig and zag here. I
Yeah.
think
Joe
like,
Flacco?
to your stat of like having one since 2014.
Due.
Some people say, "Wow, that's a trend that it's gonna continue." Some people say they're due. Give me the
I
Colts.
like the dude. I like
They
the
do,
dude.
yeah.
Give me the
Browns,
Colts. They're
Browns,
due.
commies.
Do.
Browns, commies.
Browns commies.
This is going to be an ugly game. I don't know why. I just have a feeling this is going to be an ugly 1 o'clock game.
Commies, and I was like,
Yeah,
like,
UC Berkeley.
My
folks.
mind, with the election coming up, my mind went to communists,
Yeah, that's the whole.
Yeah,
That's
no,
the bit.
that's the bit,
joke.
yeah.
and I
Yeah.
was like,
But it's
whoa.
just like the fact that that's where
Yeah, no.
Who?
like we're
No, the
talking
Browns
full-
are playing against the USSR this week. Actually,
I'm gonna take the Browns to have Jaden Daniels fall back to earth a bit. Look, Jaden Daniels has been literally insane so far this season, exceeding expectations times a billion. But at some point, you got to think he comes back down to earth a little bit. And the Browns' defense is a defense that could pose issues for a rookie quarterback. Is Myles Garrett healthy again? I know he was banged up
He
last
played
week.
last
plays
week.
too
He
many.
got
He did,
banged
so
up.
He could
Give
die
me
and
give me
play.
the Browns in an ugly one. The Commanders' defense also isn't great. I think the Browns' offense could maybe break through a little bit. Give me the Browns.
Great analysis. What do you got?
me?
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay.
My
you want me to go?
my gut and everything's telling me that the Commanders are going to win this game, but like when I think about it, like actually think about it, it's like Deshaun's been so fucking ass
He actually had
this
a
whole
decent
year.
game last-
He had a good game last week.
That's
I
what I'm
watched the
saying.
whole game.
He started to play a little better last week. The Commanders' defense is not very good. They had a good week last week. I don't think they can do it 2 weeks in a row. I think the Browns eke one out here in a weird, just gross
I
little
hate
game.
where this is going.
Yeah.
I should have said it
you
before.
I don't think the Browns are going to win, but it just feels like that's the. I had to go Browns.
Cliff Kingsbury is going to carve that defense up. Jaden Daniels is looking solid. He has some targets.
He's so good.
He has targets. Just remember this name for this week, Noah Brown.
Really?
Okay.
I love
Houston
it.
dog,
Just
Dallas
remember,
dog.
Yep.
Just remember, he might be the catalyst to get the dub.
So I'll have
mean,
Noah Brown anytime touchdown.
I will
I'm
say
sprinkling.
the Browns did. Like I had to work the Raiders game last week, so I will say the Browns look decent. Like they should have beat the Raiders last week. They didn't. I don't know if Deshaun has full confidence in everything around him to get the job done.
I don't even know if he does it himself.
Yeah, like I know there's some off the field stuff that's been going on with him or whatever,
Yeah.
but I don't like just watching that game last week, and then obviously I watched the game against Dallas. I don't know if he has the confidence in all the pieces around him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the commies.
All right, I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I think the team the Browns feel like a 500 type team. They're gonna go one game on, one game off. I also think if the Commanders happen to win this game, I think they go out and trade for Devontae Adams.
Oh, I like
Yeah. So
that.
earlier in the season, that's what everybody was saying.
Yeah.
that Tay will go to the Commanders, and I was like,
That'd be
if
sick.
Tay goes to the Commanders,
That's a career ending.
That's like.
No, it's a one
That
year
could have
they're
been
going.
1,700, 1,800 yards. And then you got Terry McLaurin. Oh, my God.
Oh, you
We're
have to
talking about one of the
imagine-
best duos.
Do you think Ayuk is regretting his re-signing with the Niners at all right now?
I think the Niners are regretting them
Yeah,
re-signing
I
Ayuk.
think
I think
are regretting
neither
re-signing.
party's happy right now.
We'll talk. We can talk Ayuk.
Ayuk just
I
sucks,
saw
bro.
something about Ayuk. So 3-1. No,
That's- yeah, I'd
yeah,
rather-
3-1.
yeah.
All right, Bills Texans. Just a feeling. Bills bounce back.
Ooh, that's fun. That's a sick game.
But if Houston wins, man, that's we're back. If Houston is able to beat the Bills, even though it is at home, I think Houston solidifies himself again as saying we are actually a top 5 team because they haven't played well as of late.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Bills, though. I think it's a bounce back spot.
Where are they at?
In Houston.
I don't know.
Again, the way I see the Bills is
like
if they can start fast and like establish the ground game, then they're going to win.
This is a really hard one.
I don't see anybody that can stop Nico Collins. And then for whatever reason,
I think
feel
Rasul
like
Douglas can.
I feel like what?
I'm not saying stop Nico, but he's been able to
You're saying
stifle
Rasul
other.
Douglas.
You're
Yeah,
talking about Douglas that started the Packers?
Yeah.
And then like balled out.
Yeah, he's been
made
good
some
this
money, and
Yeah, he's been good this year.
he's not stopping Nico Collins.
Are you serious?
Nico Collins
What's not gonna stop Nico Collins is the fact that they have 3 wide receivers. I'm like, if we're talking pure 1-on-1, Rasul Douglas has played well.
Nico Collins is at 78.5 receiving yards on better picks. I'm nuking the more than on
Yeah,
that.
you should. By the way,
I'll
every
do it
single
all-
game,
every
you should.
week, yeah.
Every
Nico
single
Collins is going to lead the league in receiving.
I mean, he's
said
on
it
pace
earlier.
for over 2K.
2,000.
I shot a pilot show for whatever, and I was like, Nico Collins is the best receiver in the league.
Bro, thank you.
Read it and weep. And
Former
nobody,
NFL wide
and
receiver.
Nobody wanted to hear it.
Same.
I was like, Nico is that guy.
Same. I said the same
Why-
thing.
why
These
do
two
you think he's
bozos
number
were telling
one?
me Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs over him.
Okay, look.
Nico's
So for instance, when Stephon Diggs got traded to the Texans, that's when I was like, oh yeah, Nico's gonna lead the league in receiving.
This is firing me the fuck up.
Dude's like 6'5". He's tall as
He's
shit.
huge,
enormous.
bro.
Like I've interviewed this guy. He's tall. He can run and he got routes and he's nasty.
He's strong.
And
as
he
fuck,
goes and
too.
gets the ball.
Yeah.
Like he's not one of those dropping in my bread basket, tall, soft guys where it's like I'm not going to get it. He goes to he's the best receiver in the league right now.
All right, Texans, you convinced me.
Like obviously, you have guys
hear that? I was trying to say
you have the
top
Justin
5 last
Jeffersons,
week.
Right? Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not like saying like, oh, like I eclipse Nico. I'm saying this season, Nico Collins is going to be that guy if he stays.
Don't worry, I won't cut out that
Yeah.
part.
Also, I think
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I think this is a week where the Bills kind of start to realize, oh, maybe they weren't as good as that start that they had.
I would love that.
They had an easy schedule to start the season.
did.
I don't see it.
I think
Dolphins
Not
still got a
yet.
chance at the 1 seed.
I mean, Bryce just convinced the living shit out of me to pick Texans. So
Yeah, I'm going to go Texans
I got
too.
them winning.
I also
Texans?
just want the Bills to lose.
And then you
Good
have
spot.
to believe that Stephon is going to like.
Oh, it's a revenge.
Oh, forgot about the
game.
Stephon
He's
Diggs
gonna go
revenge
crazy.
He's
game.
going to eat. This
Do you
might
think
be
he-
the one game that Stephon leads the team in receiving.
You think he
Well,
goes
'cause
over
they're
56
gonna
and a
be
half?
like, yo,
Yes.
we'll feed you.
Yes,
bro.
because Nico's been killing, so they're probably going to put your boy, Dr.
about-
Russell, on.
Oh, and he's gonna
Okay,
walk
yeah,
up.
he's gonna follow. But if there was
And
ever
Stephon's going to go.
If
He's
there
gonna
was
mirror
ever
him.
a spot for the revenge game to flip, though, I do think it would be.
They
Bills
are
versus
going to
Diggs.
put is it DeMar Hamlin?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
DeMar Hamlin's gonna be.
They're going to put him in a bind, and he's going to be chasing tail all weekend.
All right, Panthers Bears.
They're gonna put. All right,
Ooh, this is a
Panthers,
toss-up
Bears.
game.
Yeah.
bro.
This is a toss-up game.
Andy Dalton revenge game.
He was a bear. He was
I
a bear.
was.
People forget.
Yeah.
This is a toss-up game, bro.
I don't think it's a toss. I'm going with the Bears.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen
Oh,
how
where they
the
playing at?
offense has been playing for
they
Carolina?
playing
last
at?
two
Yes,
weeks?
they're playing in Chicago. I'm
I
gonna
know,
go
but
with
the Bears defense is very, very
The
good.
Bears defense is phenomenal.
Andy Dalton's been slinging it though.
Yeah.
They're,
Against
like
who?
Caleb didn't
The
play
Bengals
well,
defense
and they still
and
found a
who?
way to win. I expect Caleb to play better,
so
and they have too much talent, too many weapons. Keenan back for the second game. I'm taking the Bears.
I don't really know how great or how decent Carolina's defense is.
Their defense is pretty bad.
So hopefully for my USC guy, Caleb can have a game because he hasn't had a game yet.
He's at
I
just
think this is
he's
a
at just
Caleb breakout
216.5 on better picks. That feels really low for
He
them.
hasn't had a game
But that's
yet.
also for Caleb really high.
What are you doing?
I-
What are you doing?
Give me the Bears for
I'm
my
also
guys.
Going Bears.
You got. We can't sweep.
We
Yeah,
can.
we can sweep.
Adam, it's a
sometimes,
thing
yeah.
we can do.
No one has a rule against us.
Okay, take the Panthers then.
I'm
Adam.
not.
You
I
know
took the
what?
Bears
You
first.
know what?
Okay.
The
we're good.
Bears haven't really scored more than like 25 points.
How do you think the
That
Panthers?
is
can-
And the
Correct, I think.
Panthers, since Andy's been there, has been scoring
30,
a
like,
lot.
yeah.
I'm gonna go Panthers.
Ooh.
I
I'm
don't think
gonna
that's
go
a good
shocker.
idea.
I'm gonna go shocker. If
I
I
don't
get
hate-
it correct, I'm the man.
Yeah,
If-
you are.
All right,
And
if the Panthers beat the Bears too, it's
Also,
Bears fans are fucking tweaking.
Raiders
Like-
Broncos.
Yeah, that's
This is
Raiders
such an
Broncos.
ugly
That's
game.
another stinker.
This screams Raiders to me.
Sorry,
That's a stinker.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I actually think their defense is fucking elite, and I think this is the game that it officially becomes unglued for
You
the
think-
Vegas Raiders.
Wait, you think the Broncos start 3-2?
I think their defense is pretty damn good, and Bo Nix isn't making that many mistakes. They just beat the Jets. Yes, it's a massive bounce back letdown spot, but it's in Mile High. That's the reason I'm going to take the Broncos.
What about the Raiders defense?
Who the fuck do you have besides Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins?
Oh, that's
Robert
pretty.
Spillane.
Hold on. What do you mean?
I,
Raiders
They
defense
go off, go off.
nice.
Yeah, Robert
It is
Delaney,
nice.
Jack Jones.
define nice.
Define. Okay.
What is
The
like nice?
offense sucks. You just talked about you were just saying Chicago's offense sucks, but the defense is great, right?
Yeah, but they have more
You just
talent.
said that.
They have more
just said
talent.
that. Cool, understandable. We're not talking about the offense.
No
We're talking about
Devontae.
the defense. We're talking about the defense. The Raiders' defense is just as good.
I don't agree.
That's fine, but you have to look at what they do, though.
I can't tell you why. I
You have
just
to
don't
look
agree.
at what they do.
It's because you don't believe
You
that
have
the
to
Raiders
look at
have
what
a
they do.
defense.
You know how many games they won last year? They won all those games because
So
of the
take the
defense.
Raiders. Take
I
the
am
Raiders.
going to take the
Okay,
Raiders.
I am too.
Because Bo Nix isn't going to do shit on that defense.
That's the point. He doesn't need to. He throws for 5 times. He rushes for 82 times, and then they win.
He's not.
somehow.
They're not. I say the Raiders win that.
I think the Raiders have more talent.
The Raiders are going to win
No
that.
Devontae.
game.
I'm taking the Raiders
Doesn't
too,
matter.
just
It
to
doesn't matter.
stand
They don't
by
have
my
that.
Broncos take.
Okay, so let me tell you why I'm not going to say Devontae doesn't matter. Like Devontae's trying. I'm not saying that. The reason why Devontae doesn't have to play for them to win the game
Because it's the trade. Tucker
because
come
their
out story.
offense is not that great. So like with Devontae being on the field, it really doesn't change like the outcome of how many points they're going to score.
Because the offense is still
they don't have,
bad.
like, a
You're not.
quarterback.
You're
They
not
don't got all
gonna.
that.
You're not gonna sway me.
I'm not trying to. I'm just letting you know.
I
the
appreciate
Raiders
that.
are
You're
not
just
going to
saying-
lose to
Adam,
Broncos.
you're just
No, I
saying you're
appreciate that.
stupid.
You're just saying you're
By the
dumb
way,
and you're wrong.
I just picked the Broncos. Like if they lose, I'm great.
I'm almost picking this.
Oh, so
certain-
you're taking a cop out.
no, I'm
That
just
was a
saying the
cop-out.
Broncos fucking
That was
suck.
a cop out.
I'm gonna take the Broncos.
I'm
was
taking
thinking-
the Raiders strictly because I said the Broncos
You also
would
know
be
who's
really
coming
bad
off-
this year.
Brock
and I
Bowers.
can't
Brock
look
Bowers is
stupid.
going to have like
Gotta
one.
You know
stay
who's
on
coming off
business.
the edge in Denver?
Who?
Nick Bonito,
you know, he went to high school with him.
fucking University School legend.
Nick Bonito.
All
Really
right,
good
everyone took the
basketball player,
Raiders.
you said, right?
He
I
was
got
the,
Raiders.
the grossest basketball player I've ever played with.
was nice.
Cardinals, Niners.
Niners. Easy for me.
Niners. Oh,
What?
Where is it?
it's in.
It's in San Francisco, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sweet.
Levi Stadium.
Sweep.
It is a bounce back spot for the Cardinals, though. I'll say that.
There's no
Packers,
bounce
Rams.
Over-under's
back.
50
There's no
in that
bounce
game.
back for the
I
Cardinals.
like the under in that.
Packers, Rams.
Hey, Bryce, on the Cardinals real quick. T-minus 3 weeks till COD.
Oh yeah, Call of Duty's coming out soon. So Cardinals fans, get all your wins now.
Packers, Rams.
Give me the Pack. Bounce back game. Jordan Love's going to look
It
sick.
doesn't really matter where it is because LA doesn't have a home field advantage. Give me the Packers. I think Jordan Love finally kind of gets in a groove this game, especially against that defense.
Josh Jacobs over 65.5 rushing yards. I think they're going to just pound the rock. That Rams rush defense is
it's
awful.
I think this is the Dontavion Wicks game too. Whatever
Really?
his receiving yards at on better picks, I'll take it all day.
We did just pick him up
I
in the
love,
50K league.
I love how the Packers
44.5.
get receivers.
I
They're-
love.
They don't
I
have
love the
any
Packers.
ones, but they have a bunch of sick twos. Like that,
That's
they
what
have
they
like
do,
4
man.
good twos.
Packers are
That's what they
ridiculous.
do.
What are you
I
doing?
was
Take
almost a
over.
Packers 7th, and I still wish I would still be playing if I went there.
What happens if your aunt has balls?
That should be your uncle.
Right.
Facts.
Well, not necessarily.
I got I'm gonna go Packers. I don't feel like Jordan Love should have played last week. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that
the
felt
same
weird.
boat.
They feel like they were. I think they were trying to rush him back because it was the Vikings. They knew if Malik played, they were cooked.
I'm gonna go with the Packers as well, but it would not
boy.
shock me if the
Nice
Rams
sweep.
win this. So,
All right, congrats, Rams.
Giants, Seahawks. 4-1.
Yeah, Seahawks bounce back spot. That offense looks sick.
It's in Seattle,
It's in
right?
Seattle.
Yeah.
It's I don't. Yeah, 6.5.
If
Seattle.
this is in New York, it's a totally different story
Totally
because the
agree.
cross country flight.
Totally agree.
yeah,
Is that a real thing? Like,
No,
I don't-
yeah.
It is. Okay, cool. That's good to know.
because it's like, bro, it's weird. It shouldn't matter, but NFL, like, you practice at stupid times. So you would think that most games are at 1 p.m. So you would practice at like 1.
Yeah.
You don't. You practice at like,
Like
10.
10,
You
yeah.
practice at like 10 or 10:30. And
You
so
is.
like, you know, but you play at 1. So in Seattle, if you fly or you play for the Raiders or whatever, you fly all the way to New York and you have a 1 o'clock kickoff, bro, like that changes.
Yeah, your
everything.
whole-
You're still
your
not
whole
even on
routine.
that time zone
For practice,
You're
yeah,
waking
yeah.
up super early.
When do you usually fly in? For a cross country trip, when would you
Typically,
fly
if
in?
you have a game like that and you're like on the West Coast flying all the way to the
Yeah.
East Coast,
Or vice versa.
you would leave. Yeah, it's easier going the other way.
Yeah,
if you
100,
go
'cause
from
the time
east
change,
to it's
yeah.
easy because it's like a 1 p.m. it's a 4 p.m. game, so
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
chilling. You typically would leave on a Friday.
So you have one day to like
You
acclimate.
You kind of have a day, so like you
Yeah.
know you wake up on Saturday and like which is at 7 a.m., which is like 4 a.m. and like you're like oh, and then you do it
Yeah,
on Sunday
yeah.
and it's like you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's interesting. Yeah. All right. Well,
Seahawks easy for me.
I'm gonna take. Yeah, this is a huge Seahawks bounce back. Is their defense actually healthy though? Like, because
They're not losing to the Giants.
Their entire defensive line.
Don't
was
talk
hurt
yourself
last
out of
week.
this.
If Malik Neighbors doesn't play, then this is going to be a
I
slaughter.
think he's gonna play, even if he's concussed.
He's been balling.
He has been hooping.
He's balling, bro.
I don't see the.
If they can let Tua back in the game, they're gonna let him.
I don't see the Giants being able to score enough touchdowns to win this game.
Yeah.
They're a field goal it's ridiculous.
Seahawks sweep.
Yeah, Seahawks.
Yeah.
Sweep. Cowboys Steelers. Whew. Yuck.
Why does everyone keep saying yuck?
I don't think
like
it's
this
yuck.
game. The Steelers are fun.
All right,
Justin
for
Fields playing
comms,
quarterback.
for comms, I'm taking the Steelers. I think.
Whoa.
Here's why. So
Pittsburgh.
JoJo said that his girlfriend Amanda was in Vegas last weekend. There's this really like nerdy capper guy who put like $200,000 last week on the Colts to win. They won. His like lock of the year is the Steelers.
Of the year?
Of the year is
Okay.
the Steelers this week.
Okay, don't
and
fuck
I'm just
me,
rolling.
Jack.
I'm rolling with
Is it,
that.
is it
that
a spread
nerdy
or
dude.
is it money line?
He
Don't
said,
fuck
he
me,
said
Jack.
straight up.
Don't fuck me because I'm doing it right now.
I'm
They're
gonna
favored.
say. I'm
They're
gonna
favored by 2
say.
Pittsburgh
points.
-2.5.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
I'm taking
with the
Pittsburgh.
left side of the offensive line issues for the Cowboys. The Steelers are gonna win.
TJ Watt like 3 sacks.
Yeah, the Steelers are gonna win, dog. Now, if they can get the ball out of
I wanted
Dak's
to pick
hands
the
quickly,
Steelers.
and obviously they can
I
do
don't.
that, but they have to do it. I'm gonna go with the Steelers, dog. The
I think it's
Steelers
just-
are not bad. Tomlin's a great coach, and he will
Justin
have
Fields
to,
started to hoop last
and
week.
he hooped last week, and he's gonna try to continue that. So I'm just gonna go with the Steelers.
I don't think Micah plays, so I think it's the Steelers.
No way we're going Steelers sweep.
That feels. I'll go Cowboys. I'll do it for the crew. I wanted to go Steelers, but
Well, it's also a
You
really
wanna
good
also-
spot.
by the way,
I'm just gonna go
If you want,
game.
if you want to flip and you
No,
want,
I'm gonna
I
go
don't
It's
care.
like
not-
the
it's not a
game
bad
theory.
flip.
Dak in so many
No,
leagues.
I'll go
like,
Cowboys. I'll go
Okay.
Cowboys. Confidently Cowboys. Give me
It's not a
Cowboys.
bad flip.
Saints Chiefs Monday night.
I like this game. I think it's a fun game.
I think it is a fun game, but I think the Chiefs. It's in Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Also, my buddy's getting married this weekend in Kansas City.
Congratulations.
I'll be in Kansas
Congratulations,
City,
Jack's
and
buddy.
his whole family and his wife's family are going to the game.
Congratulations.
Are you
go.
going?
No, I
As
wish.
part of the wedding
I gotta be
ceremony,
back.
that's
I gotta
awesome.
be back for no, it's on Monday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Monday night.
If
or-
it was Sunday, I would consider.
It would not
but-
shock me if this is a low-scoring game. New Orleans keeps this really close, and
Yes.
would be able to eke one out. I'm just going to take the.
I
Vikings.
can't wait to live line the Chiefs whenever
Yeah.
it happens.
I'm going
They're
with
gonna-
Bruce
they're gonna have
Wayne, my dog, Derek Carr for the dub.
No, that's his quarterback. That was his quarterback
I'm
in
going
Oakland.
with Bruce Wayne. He and Dennis Allen, both Raider guys. They're going to the
Yep.
Chiefs. They're going to Arrowhead. Let's get it.
The other part.
That was his quarterback.
You think
in Oakland.
Devontae goes there to New Orleans?
So I mean, if we're talking Devontae, I have 3 thoughts. When I first heard that he was talking about getting traded, I said Saints Jets. And then I remember that they were talking about the Commanders. I don't know if the Commanders are going to play with
I don't
that,
think the Saints do it.
but I don't think the Saints. Were me and you talking about this yesterday?
We were, yeah.
I don't think the Saints do it because they got young ballers,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no need to take on 27 million or 30 million in cap space.
It might upset Olave
I was
too. If
I
he's
was
not
also
the
in
one.
I was down a nerdy rabbit hole this morning. Found out the Saints are 81 mil over the cap. Whoa,
Jets have cap
that's
space.
ridiculous.
That's not happening.
They're still paying for Michael Thomas and like
me
Jameis
just
and other
tell you
guys.
guys
So I
this.
just don't think the Saints go out and get Devontae for 1 year. When unless they win, then they can go out and get him. But I don't.
I don't think they're good enough anyway.
The easiest plug and play for Tay is the Jets.
Look, also
because
it's
you
the
don't have to
Jets.
learn anything.
Dude, the Jets
he
are
has
gonna
everything.
panic.
Him and Aaron are
Jets are gonna
boys.
panic.
This
can
is
do
like a classic Jets panic move of we're 2-2. The team hasn't looked great. What's the missing piece?
Devontae.
Adams.
Not getting Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, no, it's like, and
Why-
I
why-
want it
is
to
he still
happen.
not playing?
He's still holding out. Yeah, he's this is
He's
the-
gonna be
This is the
involved
greatest
if-
holdout
if-
of all time. I'm borderline starting to respect him.
Was he with Philly last year?
He was
And so they picked him up in a trade. I'm
traded a
guessing?
third rounder for
Yeah,
him.
you
Yeah.
think it was a sign and trade,
And
but
they
it was
signed
just
and
trade,
the Eagles
no
signed Bryce
sign.
Huff, and Bryce Huff
Yeah.
has been terrible as a result.
So, but it's again, this is just a Jets classic panic move of like go chase shiny object to solve all of our issues, even though the issues are we're the worst coach team in the NFL. Robert Salah is the issue, or Salah. I always call him like Mo Salah.
You kind of like just,
You think he's a soccer player?
I always call him
Can
Mo
I tell
Salah.
you
by,
my-
like, the
my-
same way.
you won't call him Saul until he wins games.
Yeah,
You
once
know
you
what?
start winning games,
He
you don't have to say
probably
your last
would
name.
want to be called Mo because Mo's like
Yeah, Mo's a winner.
Can I tell you my
Yeah.
theory on what happens with the Jets if
Please.
they trade for Devontae
Yeah, sure.
Adams? I think
He gets
that
hurt.
the Jets trading for Devontae Adams is officially the beginning of the end for this young core because Garrett Wilson eventually wants out because he is the guy. They wanted to build around him. He wanted to play with Aaron
been so
Rodgers.
bad so
and then
far.
Devontae Adams ends up coming in. Don't say it, Bryce. Ends up coming in. Garrett Wilson takes offense to it. They ball out. He's still, but I just think it's the writing is on the
No.
wall. Eventually,
Garrett would learn
Garrett will
that.
say,
I feel you. I understand why you would say that, but here's the other side of that.
But he's gonna say you don't know ball.
Garrett Wilson. No, I'm not gonna say that. Garrett Wilson, the type of guy he seems. I don't know him.
Seems. I agree.
The
Seems
type
like
of guy that
team player.
he seems like he would take that
He wants to win.
and learn as much as he can.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson's
from
a good
guy
dude.
like Devontae, because Garrett will probably go to Aaron and probably say something to him, and Aaron be like, "No, like you'll love this guy. I'll be able to get you the ball more."
Because everyone's all the
Devontae.
attention.
Well,
Because right now Garrett can't get the ball because all the attention is
on
on
That's
him.
what Aaron
But I
Rodgers
think-
keeps saying. The defenses are
And
keying in on Garrett Wilson.
Garrett is good, but the amount of attention he's going to get now with Aaron Rodgers is going to be higher than he's ever had before. And I honestly, without Devontae there, I think this season might be his worst statistical
pace.
year because of the fact that he's going to have to figure out how do I get open with all these people around me.
Well, I'm not saying Garrett can't learn from Devontae. I'm just saying that like 2 years from now, when Garrett is deserving of a contract, there could be disputes solely because of how this issue played out. That's all I'm
I
saying.
don't think
Well, I think if
That's all I'm saying.
I think if Devontae gets there, it helps him with the contract because it's going to loosen him up to get
fair.
off.
Fair.
And Devontae's going to get off.
I have no fucking clue.
Devontae's going to get off. But I think it'll loosen up Garrett. Now Garrett has the back, like the number 2 guy, and
Yeah,
I can
then
just
he's
work
gonna
him
cook.
one-on-one. I'm not split out by myself getting safety and this guy and linebacker if I go in there. Now Devontae has that, and him and Aaron know
knows
how to
what to
handle
do,
that.
yeah.
But Garrett doesn't know how to handle it yet, I don't think.
Curious for both of you guys, and then we'll wrap after this. As a Jets fan, is there any part of you that would be, obviously Devontae Adams is sick, and I still think he's a top 5 wide receiver, that would be frustrated as to know that literally Aaron Rodgers came in and brought every single one of his guys?
No, fuck
that's
it,
what he
bro.
does.
He was sick. Like
He's a winner,
Aaron
too.
Rodgers
I
was
wasn't-
a
I wasn't-
multi-time
I was just
MVP. He's won a Super Bowl with his guys. Go get your guys. I am at the point of no return in trusting Aaron Rodgers to lead my team to the
That's how
promised land.
A-Rod works, though.
Like,
I mean, if
do
you
whatever the
notice,
fuck you want and lead me to the promised land.
If you notice while he was at Green Bay, if they let a guy go, they ended up coming back. And that's not because of the team. That's because of Aaron. So James Jones,
Yeah.
he left, played with me at the Raiders.
Oh, yeah,
went to San Diego for a second, then got cut. Guess what? He goes back to Green Bay, leads I don't know if he led the league in touchdowns, but he had like 10 or 11 that year.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And he was old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Randall Cobb comes back.
Went to the Jets,
Produces.
too.
He didn't go crazy, but he left, came back. They had him with the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he didn't do anything because Aaron wasn't there. So, I mean, when you have a guy like him, you want to be successful. So, Aaron wants to be successful, too. So, let me bring my guys because we're going to run my stuff.
I have
These
so much
guys
more
know my
faith
stuff.
in Aaron
Sure.
Rodgers than I do Robert Saleh. So if Aaron Rodgers wants a guy, go fucking get him.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It was just a question.
Yeah, no,
Just
I know.
posing. All right, well, those are our week 5 predictions.
There it is.
That
Hell
was,
yeah.
that was, well, good luck with
This
the
better
Saints.
be my week, man.
Good luck with the
Hey,
Saints.
those are his boys. Those are his Raider
As
boys.
always, make sure to download Better, play Better Picks. Use promo code CAPS off when you do. Set your lineups for this weekend. Let's 1,000x our money. Let's hit one big. Let's get one going. And Brice, as always, I don't know if we did as much virality as I would expect. Maybe the Nico Collins one. The Nico Collins one is going to
pretty
be a
good.
fun one. I'm
Nico's
definitely going to
that
clip
guy,
that one
I'm
out.
That felt
But,
so.
Yeah,
good.
I think that's a clippable one.
Yeah, I told you. I won't take out your words though. I won't mix it up. But as always, appreciate you coming on, bro.
No, he's
always
going
fun.
to take everything.
Always
out.
I
fun.
love talking ball with my guys.
Yeah, no, I'm going to make you say he's only a top 1 wide receiver.
Bryce, remember when I beat you outright yesterday?
You did in golf.
That was sick.
You got me. I mean, the good thing.
Hey, Pat broke 80 for the first time
I shot a
yesterday.
78, everybody.
I watched it live. He was balling. He played
I heard
well.
he couldn't make a putt.
Couldn't make a putt to save my fucking life.
It was one of those like he was hitting the greens, and
two-putting.
he was just 2-putting.
Yeah.
And I mean, I started off that way as well. And then when we started shooting on camera, it was like bogey, bogey, bogey.
The missed
bogey.
birdie putt, the missed
Like
par
literally,
putt, and then the
bogey,
3 putt on
bogey.
18 were all tough ones that I want back. But
right, well,
hey,
Yeah,
pass the game of
you
golf.
nuked that
Bro,
eagle
because I
putt.
got up there and I was like, I'm not leaving this fucking eagle putt short, and I went blasting.
Just drilled
I
it.
went blasting. That shit went so
lost some
far
money
past the hole, and then I
yesterday
missed the
'cause of that
birdie
Pat,
putt
take
too.
us out.
That's been caps off, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.